I go to bed and checking my emails before bed, and I see an email from LinkedIn. It says LinkedIn billing. Check it. $940. I was about to go to bed early, got into a panic. Right, I got up, grabbed my laptop, trying to work out what's going on here. I'm chatting to this girl called Sarah on LinkedIn Help. I don't know what's happened here. I had no intention of spending that much. I don't have the money. And guess what? They refunded the whole thing. I was going to bed and then saw that I lost $900, got my $900 back. Over the moon.
I was watching Beast Games. Yeah, it was interesting to watch. Also the human behavior aspect of it.
So what's your biggest takeaway from it?
My biggest takeaway from that is...
I thought about that too. You start doing this all the time, it kind of gets really familiar, and then all of a sudden that doesn't make you happy anymore.
Healthy man has 1,000 wishes, an unhealthy man has just one.
It's hard to be grateful and not content at the same time. Did you still go to sleep early?
Not lately, but yes.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I've just had so much on.
Like
just mental things. Like I've just been, over the last couple of weeks, having to go to bed early.
You mean like mental like crazy, not mental like brain?
Oh, no. Like,
like mental,
busy
like
work.
Insane,
yeah, like work shit. Like even today, what's going on today, I've got so much to do, and then you just get pulled in 30 different directions from random shit.
Yeah, lots happening today.
Yeah.
I ask because I've been better at it, right? And I've been like, and even
Not
last
bad for a
night,
night owl, huh?
Hey?
Not bad for a night owl.
Not bad for a night owl. Last night, I was in bed at 9:30.
Don't believe you.
9:30.
Don't believe you. Send me a photo next time.
Let me tell you what happened though. Do you use your phone in bed? Like when you're just about to put it away?
No, not really.
Never?
Not really, no.
At all? So you never lay down in your bed on your phone?
No, I have before, but most of the times, generally I'll be staying up,
Yeah.
watch TV or whatever I'm doing, then I go to bed. And when I go to bed, there's no phone.
Okay.
Like, my phone goes on airplane mode when I sleep.
Yeah, okay. Do you charge it next to you?
Sometimes.
Yeah. You don't charge your phone every night? What's your problem?
Just live life on the edge, man. Just
You ever wake up on
sometimes-
7%?
Yeah,
You're like,
I've
man,
definitely done that. I've definitely done that.
man, my phone's almost
Generally,
out.
I'll put my phone on the charger when I get home. So I just put it on the charger, leave it there.
Oh,
So then by
really?
the time I get to bed, it's whatever. It's got 80%, and that'll see me through. Then I get home. Then I get to work just on the charger again.
Interesting
Yeah,
strategy.
yeah, that's it. I'm just like, hey, don't touch me. Don't call me.
Anyway, I share that because I tap into that conversation because yesterday I got home and I got changed and brushed my teeth and stuff and went straight to bed. I thought I'm going to bed, like I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to get 8 hours. I'm going to get up at 5. It's going to be sick. And I go to bed and I was on my phone, and I'm addicted to my emails. I know it. Don't lecture me about this. I was checking my emails before bed, and I see an email from LinkedIn, and I thought, oh, what's this? LinkedIn billing. Check it. $940.
Oh, you're on a premium subscription. Hello.
What the fuck's going on here? So I click into it and I look, and we've got a job ad running at the moment.
Oh, right.
Now, to my knowledge, I set the thing to be $100 total spend.
You did $100 a day.
Well, no, I got on and it was... So anyway, I was about to go to bed early, got into a panic. Right, I got up, grabbed my laptop, trying to work out what's going on here. And I look into it. It's running for $70 a day. It's been running for 12 days or whatever it is. And I'm like, something's gone wrong. I've just spent $1,000, but I got really upset.
Yeah.
I felt like $1,000 was burnt. So I sat there on the back end of LinkedIn trying to find help, blah, blah, blah. How do I create a ticket? This is an error on their end, blah, blah, blah. And I work out how to create a support ticket or get on a chat. And I jump on a chat with someone, and then they send me somewhere else. And I'm thinking, this is gone. Like, I just got to get over it. Just go to bed. Like, just close your laptop and at least you'll get 8 hours sleep. Anyway, maybe 45 minutes later, after chatting to like 3 different people, I'm chatting to this girl called Sarah on LinkedIn Help. And she's like, what's the problem? And I said, listen, I went to do this. If you check my previous job ads, I never spend this much, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's happened here. I had no intention of spending that much. I don't have the money, please, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? They refunded the whole thing. And let me tell you, in that moment, how happy I got.
Pumped.
I was going to bed like, like, and then saw that I lost $900, got my $900 back, over the moon. In the same position I was mentally before it. Over the moon now, but going to bed like, yeah, what a day, what a LinkedIn. I was going to put a post up. I love LinkedIn. Why?
I would have gone to bed.
I was freaked.
Too bummed.
When I saw, as in when I saw the money come out, I was like, what is this? You know what I mean? And then I was too startled to try and not do something about it there and then. But by the end of it, dude, over the moon. And then I was like, I'm in the same position now that I was before. Isn't that weird? And it reminded me of the whole car starting thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at that. I lost $900, got it back, wrapped. Right? Wrapped over the moon. I wouldn't have been as happy if I made $900. But the fact that I got the money I lost.
Or had you not even known that you lost?
Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah. Prior to
happy.
checking my email, that email didn't just come through. It had been there for like an hour. I just hadn't looked at it. And then it was like, this thing about life and your expectations, man. Right? The same way, and the story I've shared previously, never happy when your car starts. Never. Not once have I been happy since that day that my car started.
Yeah.
But that story where I couldn't get it to start, and when I did, I was over the moon. And it's like now I was back in the same position an hour later. I was stoked. Expectations, man. Like expectations.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Set the bar here, or you get used to, or whatever it is. You start doing this all the time. It kind of gets really familiar. And then all of a sudden that doesn't make you happy anymore. Because it's just like, that's normal. Car starts, it's normal. Of course I'm going to buy lunch today.
Yeah.
What do you, do you know what I mean? Of course I'm going to buy lunch. Of course I'm going to drink sparkling water. And it's like someone would kill for chilled, clean, filtered, sparkling water.
You just grab it out of the fridge. A healthy man has 1,000 wishes. An unhealthy man has just one.
But dude, like, it's like, where else? The thing that because I was laying in bed after it and I'm like, wrapped. I can't explain to you how wrapped I was. I couldn't believe that it came through. I could not believe it. And then I was just sitting there thinking, you're in the same position you were, but you're wrapped now. Like, do we need a loss to feel you know what I mean? Like, what? Where else is this happening?
Yeah.
In your life? Me, personally, I'm talking to myself here. But like, it's like, where else is this happening in your life? Where else are you like, do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
If you found out you were sick tomorrow and then it was like, oh no, I was the wrong person, you'd be wrapped. You'd be like, oh man, this is the best day ever. But you were just as healthy yesterday and you didn't care.
Yeah. So today I went to the physio and if you cancel within 24 hours, you still got to pay $100 or some shit like that. And
what a rip.
Oh, what a rip off. Anyway, I had so much on today that I was like, fuck it. Like, here's my Amex, don't talk to me. All right? I've just got so much on. Anyway, I was like, fuck it, whatever, I'll just go. It was around the corner, it's not far, Port Melbourne. Went to the physio, doing my thing, get a phone call. It was my apprentice, let it go through the keeper, and he calls again. I didn't see it the second time, and then I thought, all right, if it's important, I better give him a call. He's called me twice. So I called him back, and he's like, oi, I've just had to take your dad to hospital. I'm like, right, okay, what's going on? He goes, this, and this. He's pretty much didn't collapse, but he was like lightheaded, dizzy, and all that sort of stuff. So I took him to the hospital, and it's like, okay, in that moment, like I had so much on today, and I still do, got heaps. Like, I'll be working tonight.
I'll be here.
Yeah, we'll do it together. That's it. You help me, I help you. And it's like I had so much, like my whole mind was, how the fuck do I get out of this physio appointment so I can go back to the office and start working and keep doing what I got to do? And then in that moment, like you said, it's like, oh, I got to go to hospital now. The work didn't matter. I'll do it tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the apprentice. Oh, I got to go back to the office and do a couple of reports, then I'll come. Do you know what I mean? The work didn't become as important anymore. It's like, that's all right. All right, cool. What's the issue? What's happening? Where is he? What's he doing? He goes, cool, he's in emergency. They're doing some tests, blah, blah, blah. Is he all right? He goes, I don't know. All that sort of shit. Spoke to the doctors on the way there. I wasn't in a panic or anything. I'm generally pretty level-headed when shit like that happens. I'd like to think I'm the person people call when there's a catastrophe. Because like, cool, this is what we're going to do. Let's go.
I feel like I'm that person.
Yeah. Anyway, so making phone calls on the way there, making my way there, get there, have a chat. Walked in, saw him, and he was fine. Like, he looked all right. If you saw him and had a conversation, you could have a perfect conversation. Everything was all right. His blood pressure was really low.
The funniest part about that was I did see your old man about an hour before all that happened.
It.
And he came in and he's like, and I was
Thumbs
like,
up.
hey, yeah, I was on the phone and just gave him a thumbs up. And then like Steve's in hospital.
Well, it's literally when he came here, he actually goes, fuck, I got the shakes all of a sudden, a bit dizzy. I was like, I thought nothing of it. I go, have you eaten? Do you want a coffee? Like, do you want something? Do you want to just chill out for a bit? He goes, no, I'll be all right. And then he drove to site and then that's what happened. But similar to what you were saying, like, you weren't concerned about that before. You weren't concerned about his health. I wasn't overly concerned when he said he got the shakes a little bit before, but maybe I thought, hey, maybe I should have said something or done something about it. But, in that moment, I was just driving to the hospital. I'm like, cool, nothing else really matters right now. Invoicing, reports.
I can wait.
Fucking
insurance claims, I can wait.
Like all that
everything
shit doesn't matter.
Physio.
Physio, exactly right. And you get to the hospital and he was okay. I was like, okay, good. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Spoke to the doctor. He says, yeah, they'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So then get back into the work and come back here and fucking flat out again.
Everything's just waiting for you.
But it was like everything's waiting for you. That's right. You'll die tomorrow and you'll have 4,000 emails in your inbox. The world's just going to keep ticking along. But similar to what you said, it's like I was so flat out. I've been so, should I say flustered? I don't know if the word's flustered. Just pressure. Just under pressure. That's fine. Pressure makes diamonds. Like, I have that mentality. I try not to ever feel sorry for myself in those moments.
Yeah.
When I'm busy, I'm like, no, like the way out is the obstacle is the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to go through this shit. That's how you're going to win. That's how you're going to win the game.
Great
go
book.
through it. Yeah. I haven't read it yet. I've got it. But shout out to Mike. He got me that for my birthday, I think, last year. So, yeah, got through that moment and I was like, all right, I'm not worried anymore. But why? I was in the moment when it happened.
Yeah, and it's like you are so relieved. You came back to the same position you were in at the start,
That's
but
right.
You feel so good about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's better, but then you're back into what you were doing before.
So is it what is it?
Comfort? Is it a level of comfort? Because touch wood, had that been a disaster.
Yeah, nothing else would matter.
Exactly. Yeah. You think I'm coming back to the office today to process some fucking reports and invoices and send a couple of emails? Probably not. Think I'm concerned about my 3 p.m. meeting tomorrow with a developer that we always have every fortnight? Probably not.
Yeah,
So,
it all goes out the window. Yeah, I don't know. It just...
That's how dopamine works in your brain. It's a survival instinct for like humans. So if you're like hunting, dopamine helps you to keep hunting for hours and hours and hours and hours, and then you achieve the prize. So that's like how the brain functions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nowadays we have an abundance of triggers of dopamine.
Yeah, but it's more so like in my example specifically, it's like if someone said the level I was feeling post the thing to be back in the same position was so good. And then it's like, someone take $1,000 off me every day and refund me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be wrapped. I'm going to have a sick life.
Because you had a task. And if you complete the task, you will be rewarded by dopamine. That is how you put an expectation to yourself and you achieved it.
Yeah, so it's like, do you need to lose every day to feel good? Do you know what I mean? Do you need to count your L's? Because I guarantee you, I swear to God, had someone paid $1,000 invoice, I wouldn't have felt as good. Do you know what I mean?
You would just look at it, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, it would feel like that. But to get back to grand and keep all the leads,
There you go. That's the zinger.
maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully one of those comes through then.
Yeah. But it was just like,
Good customer service though, as well from
LinkedIn.
that space. No, in that instance.
shout out to LinkedIn. Shout
Yeah, in
out
that
to,
instance. Seemed like it took a little while to get there.
oh, dude, they'll pass me on from person to person. And I
which
just
is
thought this is
frustrating.
going to be, I'm not going to, I'm wasting my time
Yeah.
here. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, it's not like an Amex thing where you call them up and they're like, yeah,
Amex.
cool, sort it out, done.
Shout out to Amex.
Yeah.
Amex
Yeah,
are
big
the
fan.
best.
They called me today. Say good day.
Say hello.
No,
Thomas, hello.
they just called me to say hello.
Yeah.
No, and but again, they said, hey, we've noticed someone's trying to buy something on Apple with your iPad. Is that with your secondary phone card? Is that you? I said, no, let's cancel it. It's like, yeah, sweet.
You didn't know who was doing it, what was happening?
Well, no one should be buying anything from Apple, as in
From
online,
from the company
not,
card.
Yeah, online. So I'd say no, cancel it. It's probably it might not have been one of our employees. It could have been like someone got the number somehow.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's,
mean?
like it's been breached
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. So what were we saying?
I'm talking about
Oh
how
yeah,
LinkedIn
so that
is.
was good by LinkedIn to actually give you the money back. Good customer service when they do
Full
stuff like
refund,
that.
dude. $944 or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was sick. I thought it was really good. But yeah, I was just I was going to message you as soon as it happened and say, hey, got a sick topic for the podcast. Sick topic for the podcast tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know, man. Is it expectations? Is it
Yeah, there would be definitely a level of that. It's like you said, every morning when you get into your
Familiarity?
car, it's like, no, this is going to
Dude, it
start
took me
today.
straight back to that moment.
Yeah.
Straight back to that moment, and I thought,
Well, imagine your car was a piece of shit every single day, and you're like, "Fuck, I hope this thing starts today." And then when it like you have to turn the key. Remember cars when you had to turn the key? Fuck.
not at all.
No, you know that never happened. Never lived through that. I'm 40. I did.
Where well, the kids of today won't know what this means.
Yeah. And for those of you at home, probably just doing the action of winding down a window in a car.
Do you know why they call the nosebleeds?
No, because it's so high up with altitude, your nose bleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
This makes sense.
Wow. Everyone knew that.
Everyone knows that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
There you
I had
go.
to
There you do.
Google it the other day. Yeah, man. So expectations. It's like, where in your life do you have these? Are you getting so comfortable with what is already good?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So do you reckon also, I mean, let's look at it, expectations with employees.
Dude, everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's every aspect,
That's what
there's
I'm
an
saying. And
expectation
then
of your life.
That was where I got startled because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, where else in my life, dude? Where am I like, you know what I mean? Like, woke up pain free. Never think about it. Never bring myself back to this thing.
Last week we drove to Adelaide. Lovely Adelaide. Had a good time. It was for work. Had an event up there. We did a success conference and great success. Pardon the pun.
At the success conference.
At the success conference.
So much
But
success.
we
at
had,
the success.
so if you weren't there,
You
one
missed
might
out.
say you were unsuccessful.
You
So we went into Ararat. We're driving to Ararat, through Ararat. And we're like, hey, a couple of hours in, do you want a coffee? It's like, yeah, let's go get a coffee. And I'm like, there was nothing really open at that time because we left quite early from Melbourne. Get into Ararat Macca's. I'm like, all right, just go Macca's. Let's give it a crack. Like there was an expectation there that it's like, look, this is going to be good coffee or it's going to be the worst thing you've ever had in your life.
Sure
And
enough.
honestly, guys, if you are ever driving through Ararat, coming or going from Melbourne, do not get a coffee from their Macca's. It was by far the worst coffee I've ever had in my life. It didn't taste like a latte. Like if you gave me,
what did it
if you
taste
gave it, I don't even know. It was just burnt milk. Like just, I don't even know. I don't even know. Couldn't even tell you. Like if you gave it to me with a blindfold and said, "What is this drink?" I'd be like, "What is this witchcraft? Get it out of here." And it's disgusting.
Why?
Don't know, man. I don't know how they fuck it up so bad.
No, but like, why do you think anyone would have drank it? I'm sure we weren't the only people that ordered coffee that morning. And I drank.
Maybe
I
some
drank
people have
my coffee.
higher tolerance. Yeah, you did too. But you had an almond latte. Maybe that had a difference.
Yeah, maybe.
This was bad, man.
Maybe your
I've
soy
got a
milk was
decent
off.
tolerance, but this was just a bad drink. It's like you said the other day. You got upset when you got a bad coffee and you should be refunded. I felt like going back and asking for my money back. Give me a Big Mac instead. Like, do something to make my life better right now.
That would have fixed it. You would have been wrapped.
I would have been pumped.
No, sorry, here,
Right.
have a Big Mac.
Hey, they could have just given me a slice of cheese that fell on the floor and it would have been wrapped over that coffee.
But see, you could have got a refund for that coffee.
We
and
probably,
would
you
have
know
been like,
what? We probably could have gone back and complained. I go, hey, taste this. They wouldn't. I mean, this is honestly the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. They'd either give you another one or just go, here, like have a thick shake. Go away.
Have you
They
ever gotten a
probably
refund on food?
Uber, does that count?
Uber.
Yeah.
Dude, if at this point in your life, if you haven't worked out how to hack Uber Eats, like Uber Eats gives the quickest refunds possible. You can have a slice of your pizza and then take a photo and say it's missing a slice. And it will be like, sorry, sir, here's a full refund.
Yeah.
Not that I do that or have ever done that, but if you
I think they'd catch on after a little while. Every night.
if you do it all the time, yeah,
there's a
do it all
slice
the
of
time,
pizza
I'm sure they have some way of tracking record.
Yeah.
But if you do it like as a one-off thing, they almost don't even question you.
No,
They're like,
they
cool.
very rarely do.
Yeah, they're like, cool here.
We've had it happen before.
Yeah, because
For genuine reasons, yeah. Like, I've had
I
genuine
got the wrong
ones where
food
they-
once.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're like, oh, sorry. They give me a full refund. And I'm like, it was just missing chips, but all right.
Yeah.
Like, I'll keep the rest. All right, sure. I paid for the chips.
Yeah.
But then, anyway. Yeah, had you gotten that refund for that coffee? How wrapped would you have been?
I don't know, man.
Or you'd be like, fuck these guys, man.
I just wanted a good coffee. Just happy to pay for it. I must say, every coffee that followed that coffee was fantastic.
Yeah, because it's lowered the bar.
But I also appreciated it so much.
So
I was
is that-
so happy. I was
Is
like,
that the trick? Do you lower the bar?
perhaps? Yeah.
Do you expect less?
I
We
have
talked
heard
about
that too.
employees before.
I have heard that too. Have low expectations so that you're never disappointed. I don't know.
Sounds
I
like-
don't like that
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah, because then it's like you're just settling for.
That's right.
Oh, you only did this. So,
No,
that's
that's
fine.
all right. That's good. I guess it's better than not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you tried. It failed. It's horrible, but you tried.
Do you like winning more than you hate losing?
Do I like winning? Yes. Who doesn't? What?
Do you like winning more than you hate losing? Some people hate losing more than they like winning.
I think
one
I
would you
like
be?
winning more.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day.
Hate like I can take an L.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Do you know
That's
what
what
I
I
mean?
mean. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, which one is it? Do I hate losing? I hate it. Fuck, this shit's me. Like,
No, I can take an L.
or do I just love winning?
Yeah, it's the winning.
It's the winning. For me, it's the winning. I don't know if anyone else listening has it the other way around, but I reckon I have a lot of L's throughout the day.
story of my life.
Yeah, but it's not from a bad perspective. When I say L's, like losses, it's not a failure. It's just like I might not love doing something in that moment.
That's not an L.
Yeah, but it kind of is. It's like it's not the most enjoyable. Like say, everyone, do you love your job? Not really.
Someone told me today that they love SEO.
Do they? Get them a job here.
I'm like, I love SEO. I just love it. It's one of my passions. I'm like, how is that a passion?
That's right.
What, you can't, like, you were born and you were like, oh yeah, keywords. Like, do you know what I mean? How is that a passion?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. You like progress.
That's right. That's right. And that's the thing. And people say, like, do you love building? I'm like, no, not really. Not really.
Yeah,
everything
like,
I have to do to get that result.
like timber frames.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Oh man, I love seeing bricks. Does it for me.
I had a client the other day say, it's timber, not wood.
Shit.
And I'm like, whoa, I would have called it wood.
Yeah. Tomato,
But
tomato.
sure, fair enough.
Tomato, tomato.
They might listen to this.
They should listen to it.
They probably will.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it, and I reckon the winning factor is what really drives me in everything I do in business and life. The losses don't. I don't lose. They don't deter me, and I don't get a loss of motivation because of the L's that you get along the way.
What expectations do you have of your employees?
My expectation on them is that they perform.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, we have proper KPIs for everyone, and that they need to meet those KPIs. And it's something recently since we've been back this year, just being really clear on expectations. Hey guys, this is what we pay you to do. It's not an optional thing. And for me, it's like I'll look at certain tasks and I'll say to people, I said, hey, I'm paying you I'm doing a monetary exchange with you for the service that you're providing me, the same way we do with a subcontractor. If that subcontractor doesn't give me that service, then we don't pay him. So why should I pay you when you're not giving the service to the company? Say it in those words, pretty direct in that regard. Like, understand that this is a transaction. You want to work here. It's a great place to work. There's plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of growth. There's plenty of wins that everyone gets along the way. It's enjoyable. But we have a level of expectation that you need to achieve in order to be here. And if you don't want to do that, then there's others that do. And we want to get those people in. So there's a level of performance that I would expect as an expectation from my employees that they need to hit.
Do you think you expect too much from them?
No.
Do you
I want
think
to. I want
that?
to. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I want to set a high standard for sure. So I want to challenge them. Like, as you said, why should I lower the expectation just so they don't get disappointed or I don't get disappointed? I don't know. I'd rather have you have the bar high, and it's okay if you don't reach it or hit it every single day or every single moment, but get really close. Sometimes you might excel, because if I set the bar here, like, what's that example where they put fleas in a jar, all right, and they take the lid off the jar. Now, if you put the fleas in the jar and take the lid off, they'll just jump straight out. If you put the fleas in the jar and put a lid on it, and then they breed, they do whatever, they're always jumping, they're always hitting the lid. When you take the lid off after a period of time, they never jump out, because they're capped by their ceiling. They think they can only ever jump that high, to the height of that lid, and they'll never jump out of the jar.
What a stupid animal, huh?
What a stupid animal.
But humans are like that too.
Creatures of habit.
What?
Creatures of habit. So I want to have that expectation with them. And I was saying this at an event just recently. You've got, generally speaking, you'll have A grade players, B grade players, and C grade players in your organization. I don't want C grades. I don't want any C grades at this business ever. C grades to me are a mediocre person. They're the person that rocks up 9 to 5, does what they need to do to get the paycheck and goes home. That's it. The B grade players are A grades, but just need a bit more training, a bit more guidance. And then the A grades are the top of the food chain. A grades love to play with other A grades. They want to perform with other high performers. We're doing really well. I want to work with other people that do really well, because they push me, they drive me, they do this. And what I've seen over the years, and also what I've heard and read, reading books and podcasts and all that sort of stuff, is that C grades will bring the A grades down. The A grades don't lift the C grades up. And that's what I'm really conscious of. I want to make sure that there isn't any C grades in this business, because I don't think it's beneficial to us. Like, you say, oh, you need those people that just punch out the hours. No, you don't. Why? It annoys me. It annoys me. Stuff like that annoys me. When I see someone that's just going through the motions, that's just doing it because it's just a job to them, like, go do just a job somewhere else. That's not here.
Yeah, I think people can misconstrue a C player for someone who does a basic job really well. Like, someone who does a basic job really well could be an A player.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
A
That could be.
receptionist could be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without
It's
a
like
doubt.
gun receptionist. Never miss anything. Always, you know what I mean? Quick, on time.
Yep. Get shit done.
Superstar.
That's right. I couldn't agree more. But that's it. I don't think it's needs to be determined by the complexity of the role. I think it just needs to be determined by how they perform in that role.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So that's probably the one expectation that I have. You know, I want you to perform, and I want you to do it well. And I'll give you the tools, everything you need to do that. But the second you start going, oh, this is too hard basket, oh, this isn't part of my role, this isn't what I want to do, and all that sort of stuff, and you're not really being a team player and not contributing in ways that you should be, there's plenty of people out there that want to. Plenty of people. And I'm establishing myself as an authority in the industry as well. A lot of people have started to get to know me, see me. I do a lot of content. We're doing the podcast. And there's a level of, I want to work with that guy out there. Like, that's a great, to pump up my own tires, what a great opportunity for someone to come and work here, to be working closely to me. Whether you want to be a builder, whether you want to be a construction professional, what a great opportunity that is for you.
This is going to make a great ad.
Oh, fuck. You're
Pascal.
already
Clip that. Clip that
shit.
Clip that. Post it on LinkedIn. Spend $900.
We've got a way to get
We've
that
got a
money
way to
back
get the
anyway.
money back.
Yeah. So I look at that, and I've worked hard to be in that position, and I know others want to learn from that too. And if you don't want to be here, if you're just going to go through the motions, you'll get caught out, because I've got A grades here, and they'll start to go, oi, he's not one of us. He's not one of our people, or she's not one of our people. We need to start looking at moving on. And that's where, as the business owner, because as you said the other day, like nice people, they can be great people to hang around, really nice. Nothing against them personally. But this isn't just based off personality. It's based off performance.
Expectations, huh?
Yeah. How about yourself? Do you have expectations on your employees?
Me?
Yeah.
Drill them.
Yeah. Never stop.
Honestly, I feel like I feel like sometimes I feel like my team thinks I am too hard on them,
Yeah.
but I've kind of taken that identity on and said like, yeah, cool, like I am. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you be comfortable. Like that's, you want to work here? That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lower what I expect.
The standard.
Yeah, it's just not. There's no benefit.
None.
Yeah.
There's no benefit to it.
There's
if it was
upside.
that's right. If it was a great benefit to be comfortable all the time, man, I wouldn't have moved office. I would have stayed where
This
I
is
was.
a sick office.
But why move? I was
We
comfortable.
need
I
more
was
space.
paying
We need
less.
more space. Can you add a story or something?
Can I add a story? Just one.
Add a third level.
Just one.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, for now. All right.
Add a third level.
I can do that. 3 business days. So, yeah, I could have stayed where I was, paid less rent, gone through the motions, but and still achieved similar results in what I'm doing. But this is a way to force you to level up. It's a way to force you to go, we need to go to this level. We need to make rent this week. We need to win more work in order to sustain the new location, the new lifestyle, the new everything, the new employees.
The team member, yeah.
That's right. And when you start thinking big things start to happen.
You got any big things?
Sorry?
You said you got any big things happening?
Massive. Massive, massive, massive. So who was it? I was speaking with Mike, the GM, the other day. He's like, oh, we got to secure all this work for the end of the year. And it's like, hey, just relax. Sorry, I've got stuff happening.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
not
Isn't
happening.
it? You want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That level of hunger.
No, absolutely, 100%. I said, get every job you possibly can at all
You should have
moments.
been like, you're right.
That's
I
it.
can't believe you haven't secured it. Do you still want to work here?
Yeah, that's it.
What are you doing? Mike, if you're listening to this, what are you doing?
What are you doing? It's been 2 months.
Yeah. And you haven't done anything.
Haven't got a job yet. Shit.
Doc,
Yeah, but
I'm
we've got
sorry.
stuff in the pipeline. We've got projects coming up. We've got people that we're speaking with. We've got a whole range of things happening as we speak right now to fill that pipeline. And some of them are live jobs. Others are in the pipeline. I know they're coming. They'll be in second quarter of this year. But I need to make those connections. I need to do those deals. I need to have all these things happen. And if I didn't go out there and play a bigger game, they wouldn't be there. Do you know we're going to the Grand Prix in a couple of weeks' time? Or by the time this airs, probably be Grand Prix week. And, we're spending a significant amount of money going to a corporate box at the GP with 18 people.
With GP.
With the GP.
GP.
So we're going with 18 people. I'm taking, I say 18 people, 15 other people, 6 people each day, including myself. So
4 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah,
Oh.
Friday,
Is
Saturday,
it not
Sunday.
4 days anymore?
It is a 4-day event, but we don't
don't
go
go
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday's not as exciting. Not much going on.
There's no.
They got practice. They got practice on the
When
Friday.
did we go? We went on Friday.
I think it was a Friday. Yeah, when you went last year. They got practice on a Friday, qualifying Saturday, race day Sunday. Yeah, but we're doing that, spending a significant amount of money to build connections and relationship with external stakeholders, consultants, clients, other architects, even some team members too, rewarding them by taking them to the F1. Hey, why don't I spend a few $1,000s on you and come and join me at the F1? Thanks for all your hard work. During business hours, who would have thought? So you're getting paid to be there too. But this is what I mean. Work hard, get rewards for it, accomplish.
So whoever you take on Friday is going with pay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not an annual leave day. So they'll be getting paid to be there.
That's pretty good.
I think so. I think it's pretty poor form not to pay them. So they say, hey, you can come, but I'm not paying you for today.
Yeah, or you can just take them on the weekend.
Yeah. I could take them on a
Do your
weekend.
job on Friday.
Yeah. I could do that too.
Yeah.
I could do that too.
Options. Yeah. I got nothing else. I just wanted to tell that LinkedIn story. That was my whole thing I was building up to. I didn't want to tell you this morning at our meeting. I was like, no, I'll tell you live on the podcast because I was pumped.
Well, back on what we were saying before with that, with the health thing as well. But it's amazing. I reckon, your health is always the number one thing with it when it comes to things like that. And it's nothing like that gives you a bigger scare than when you get a health scare, whether you think you're sick or whether you get a diagnosis and they go, hey, it could be cancer, and then you don't sleep for that next week. It's like, fuck, on the Friday you find out you don't have it, and like, what a relief, what a party. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to go to the gym every single day. You have that scare before you have that massive change in your life. I think a lot of the time, and it's relevant in all aspects, you need to make the change before you get the scare.
Yeah, well, I would say, like, if you get the scare, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
You got lucky.
Some people don't get the scare.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Some people just get the thing, or some people just don't wake up. You know what I mean?
It was you telling me that in the car the other day. You had a friend.
So, guy I used to know a long time ago. Someone messaged me the other day. They're like, "Hey, this person gone," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Just didn't wake up." So I look into it, and then I messaged someone who's close to him. I was like, "Hey, man, like, sorry for your loss, etc. Do you mind if I ask what happened, dude? Like, 29 years old, or 28, or something like that. Not very young." And I was like, "What happened?" And they're like, "We don't know."
Unhealthy or anything like that?
No, just a normal dude.
Yeah.
Normal dude. And just didn't wake up. And they're trying to work out. He had some health, like he may have had something, but like not should have woke up that morning. Not, you know what I mean? Just went to bed that night, everything was normal. And just didn't wake up. And at the time they hadn't been updated as to what it was. But it's like, that happens in life. That happens.
Yeah, man, I know a few stories, sadly, of young people that happened to as well.
Went to bed and never woke up.
Yeah, well, I had a guy in high school, actually. He got a brain tumor or something like that and was terminal as well. And he was 18, and like everyone there is. I remember the funeral. It was after we finished. It was like the year after we'd finished. But I remember like the last few days of school, like everyone's excited. Our last day of school. What uni are you going to go to? What TAFE? What are you going to do? You get an apprenticeship? Like, what are you guys doing? But everyone was excited to go on to that next chapter of their life. And then here's this guy's like, fuck, I hope I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's sad in that regard. And yeah, you do come across that. And as I said, again, you sometimes have those experiences. It may not happen to you.
Yeah, someone you know.
It could be someone you know. And I think there's plenty of stories out there. Heaps of stories out there.
Dude, I saw this thing the other day on Instagram, and it was a girl in a wheelchair, and she got disabled when she was 18. So I was like, imagine living up to 18,
Tough.
knowing what life is like to walk around. Like, were you glad you could get up before? I wasn't. Yeah, and you're not. It's so normal until it's not.
Until it's not.
And then it's like all of a sudden there's someone that is dying or wish they could. Dude, life would be very inconvenient. You couldn't walk around.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd have to get a different office.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to come in here.
Couldn't climb the stairs.
Yep. Even on the ground floor. Got one step.
Is there a step?
Yep.
Oh,
One step
yeah.
at the at the main reception. Get you a ramp.
But like, do you know what I mean? And like, you just never, ever think about that stuff. So it's like, how do you set the bar so low yet still have high standards?
I don't think you need to set the bar low. It's just
like,
a level
like
of that gratitude. That's what it comes down to as well. Just practice it. Sometimes when you go into bed, when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to be like every single day pumped that you can walk. But just, you know what? Glad I can walk pain-free.
What would be the downside to that?
With what? That you were really pumped?
Yeah, it'd be annoying. It'd be annoying. If someone came in and was like, I'm walking today as well. You'd be like, hey, sit down. That would be annoying, guys.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, look at me walking. And they're just walking around the office. You're like, get out.
Yeah, that's
get out.
exactly.
Walk out. Walk outside my office. Yeah, it's a, how do you balance both? How do you maintain the high standard. Because to have the high standard, you got to want to more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so to
I
have like
agree.
no, we're doing this. Like we're not settling for anything less than 95%. And then you got to have the hunger to push that every single time. But also have this is okay. I'm happy. Yeah. It's hard to be grateful and not content at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because it's almost like they're contradicting terms.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're showing a level of hunger, people are like, be grateful for what you have. And you're like, it's not that I'm not grateful.
Yeah,
It's
just
that
not
I'm
satisfied.
going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Always grateful, never satisfied. That's all.
Yeah, it's just easier said than done,
Yeah.
I think.
So last night, I stayed up late. Didn't go to bed early. Actually stayed up watching TV till 11:30 p.m.
Funny that I opened this podcast up with that question then.
Yep.
You're like,
And I was watching Beast Games. Have you seen that?
of course.
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah.
Every episode?
Every episode. Do you want me to ruin it for you right now?
No, I've seen it. I finished.
Oh, you finished?
Yeah.
Do you want me to ruin it for everyone watching?
The bloke one.
Which bloke?
The white one.
I can't remember who won, to be honest.
Guy with the grey hair. So it was interesting. I
Dude,
was
you
watching
just
it.
ruined it for
I
anyone
don't
who
give a
hasn't seen it.
fuck. Yeah, it was interesting to watch. More so the human behavior aspect of it. Seeing what people were doing, the decisions that they would make
Okay.
in those high pressure situations.
Would you have taken $1 million
Before then?
Yeah. with the eliminate your whole team and take the $1 million?
Oh, at the very beginning?
like
At the very beginning?
fourth.
Yeah, I probably would have.
You would have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have.
I would have.
I would have taken 20 grand.
I wouldn't have done the 20, but I
That's
definitely,
true.
if I was one of those 4 people up there
And
where
it
it
hit
said,
$1 million
hey, you got
bucks.
$1 million, you go $1 million, but
Yeah.
your team gets eliminated, be like, fuck you guys, see you later. Absolutely would. There was too much, I think there was not enough ruthlessness in that game. Too many people were trying to be like,
Yeah, but you saw what happened to the people who were kind of ruthless.
Yeah.
They
some,
eventually got done.
but some got paid too. You were smart about it. You fucking, you came across with some money.
Yeah,
you came
fuck that
across,
guy. Fuck that guy.
you won the car. You
I don't
won
like
some
that
money.
guy at all.
Well, I don't know. I was at that one with the tats you're saying?
No, not that guy.
The other guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
The
seemed
gay
like
guy.
a bit of a dick. Yeah. Fuck it. The one that won 650.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. He was a bit of a dick. But anyway, so
Yeah, he was just
I
a
would have
douche.
been more strategic.
He was crying in the thing before.
shut
Like, it's
your
like, really?
mouth.
You're crying about the fact that he made a decision and then you go and sue different.
Yeah. But
Piss me off.
yeah, me too. I was annoyed
Yeah,
watching
it
that
was silly,
yesterday.
yeah, it was
When he was
annoying.
sitting there with 650 grand, he's crying. He's like,
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And it's
fuck off,
like,
man. I would have
come
slept
on,
like
dude.
a baby that
I
night.
would have slept like a I would have used about $18,000 to make a pillow. You know what I mean? Like a comfortable neck support.
Yeah.
And
would have set
I'd
someone
slept like a
fired to
champ.
keep you warm.
100%. Covers
Just 'cause you
myself
could.
up. Yeah, cover
Just 'cause
myself
you
up in
could.
ones.
So, yeah, it was interesting to watch the human behavior, how people acted when it came to money, the decisions that they were making.
I do feel like a lot of people on there were more concerned about how they looked than what they walked away with.
Yeah, a few people were like that. And it's like a few people there. I remember there was a couple of contestants that were like questioning integrity of people. You did this, like, yeah, whatever. You're not honest. You're not legit.
Yeah, it's like
you're
we're
not
here to-
genuine.
Here to win.
Like, what do you think this is? You think this is a game?
I'm here to win. I'm here to win.
That's right.
Like,
This is a game to be won. If you want to be a little bitch because you
Yes.
haven't made the decision that I made,
I was getting
dude,
upset. I was getting upset.
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
I was getting so upset. I was like, man, he's like, this
I
is
think
getting
there's
dumb.
times where you've got to fly under the radar. You've got to be strategic. The whole game is strategy. There is huge elements of luck, though.
Yeah.
In that the way that was structured, there was huge elements of luck. But but very interesting. I love watching Mr. Beast stuff. I love watching it purely because I try and go, well, how can I apply this in my own business? How can I apply this in my own reality?
Have I shared with you
And
the
go-
Mr. Beast handbook?
Yes, you meant you did. Not
shared
shared it with me, as in sent it to
Oh,
me.
yeah. I'll
So you said you
Remind me.
you'd done. Yeah, I'll have a look
send
at
it to
it.
you.
But it was really interesting because I was like, well, how could I do something similar in my own businesses? You know, is it something where I go, cool, let's build a house and give it away? Like, what's the difference? What's that point of view? Point of uniqueness in everything we're doing. Is it just one house? Let's build a suburb and give it to the homeless. Or let's do something where it's like it grabs attention and disrupts a market.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
think you have
he
to
does.
start-
He's disrupted a market
You
in
heard
every
this thing
aspect.
about the purple cow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He
but I-
said that
I
in
think
the Beast Games as well.
the purple
Oh
cow.
no, that was in the podcast.
Yeah.
With Diary of a CEO.
I think he got that from Seth Godin.
Yeah.
I think because Seth Godin talks about a purple cow.
Yeah.
But for everyone listening, so he talks about if you're on a road trip, he gives the example. He's like, if you're on a road trip and you see a cow, you'll probably never think about that cow again. Like you see a cow, you'd be like, yeah, everything's normal. Keep moving. He's like, now if you saw a purple cow, wherever you arrived to, you'd be like, oh my God, I saw a purple cow. You'd probably remember that moment for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The only thing that was different was the color. He's like, so how do you make purple cow moments so that people don't
Forget.
Yeah.
And they engage you. And you're engaged, from the very beginning. Because he even had it gone as extreme as had a strategy for the first 3 seconds for how you should feel in 6 seconds, for how you should feel in 15 seconds into a video.
Yeah.
And tailor that and break that algorithm down like that. And it's more human behavior really at that point. But yeah, I found it really interesting. I love watching that and then thinking about, well, he could be playing that game yearly for the next 15 years, doing different games, doing different things. And I think it will always still be the same sort of human behavior that happens from those contestants each and every time.
Probably humans haven't changed a lot. Just our environments and things like that change.
Yeah.
Social media doesn't change people; it exposes them.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a dick
Yeah,
before you have social
you just
media,
became a dick with a camera phone.
that's right. Or money. And it's the same thing I say that same thing with money. If you're a dick before you have money, and then you get lots of money, you're just a dick with money.
Yeah,
But if you're a really nice person before you have money, you tend to be a really nice person with money.
yeah, it doesn't change; it amplifies.
Yeah.
But I was a fan of the show, all in all.
Did you get anything out of it by watching?
No,
No.
Oh, like what? Did you get anything out of it?
Aside from just watching the people's reactions and the choices that they
I
were
got
making.
pissed off. That's what I got.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I was just like, man, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or like, just
It becomes a numbers
the way
game
some
at that
people were
stage.
crying. And it's like, it's a game. Like, I don't know. Maybe the money. Maybe they really thought they were going to win.
I think so.
You reckon?
I think most people were there. The choices that they were making was to get to the end. That's how it worked. I think there was some of those guys, pretty much all the people that said no to $1 million got further in the game than those that didn't.
Because they were favorited.
That's right. So you could arguably say there was a strategy behind that. Well, the lady that got to the end, she said no to $1 million.
Yeah. She also handled the L like a champ.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah. She didn't sit there and break down. And
Yeah. Well, she's still got 190,000.
stop ruining shit for everyone.
Nah, that'll be right. That'll be right.
So what did you get from it? What did you
Mr.
get from
Beast. It was funny. Like he never felt sorry for anyone. I noticed
He's a
that.
strange dude.
Yeah, but it was like, okay, cool, you've been eliminated, and then just straight on to the next thing. Like just very, ruthless.
And just drops them down.
Yeah, it's
the
like
thing.
didn't even care. Oh my, and there's stories there. They're like, oh, my son's got brain cancer, and I really need this money. He's like, oh, this got awkward. Bye. Wasn't to that extreme,
Yeah, I know,
exactly that,
but
but it was
why?
very much. Well, I think to him it was no. This is how the game is played. There will be 1,000 people. There will be 999 people that do not win this, and that's what has to happen. I'm not just going to give 30,000, 100,000 to each person just because you rocked up. Although he did give $2,000 to everyone that played, so he didn't walk away empty-handed.
Yeah. So what's your biggest takeaway from it?
My biggest takeaway from that is I don't think it takes much to capture people.
To influence people.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. But to like capture their attention, to capture their desire. I don't think it takes much. I think you just got to be creative about it. I think it's easier said than done, but what's that point? What's that thing in what you do every single day that's going to be different from everyone else to grab eyeballs, to grab attention? What's it going to be? I think about this shit all the time. When I'm creating content, when I'm doing stuff, I'm like, what's going to be the point of difference for someone to watch this video? What's going to be the point in difference for them to take action? What's going to be the point in difference for them to we put out heaps of content, short clips of this, long clips of that, and then I put a 4-second video out that gets 1.2 million views.
Yeah, but I also think you need to understand the size of the market.
What do you
Because
mean?
I thought about that too.
Size of the market in my industry, or you're just saying market is in on social?
Whatever it is that you're putting out, different types of content have different markets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. The people that...
So the thing you put was a family. What's a Family Guy sound, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like relatable to way more people than development or business.
Yeah, it was entertainment. Like it was a comical little video.
Yeah. But you got to look at the overall thing, like the pizza stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Pizza, everyone knows what I don't know. I've never met anyone that doesn't know what a pizza is.
Have you met anyone that doesn't like pizza?
Yeah.
You're probably not friends with them though.
I've got to cut them off. I blocked them. There's people that don't like pizza. They're like, there's no nutritional value. It's like, it fucking tastes great.
You had chocolate before? Your dad?
Yeah. It's like,
Had an ice cream?
they're like, what's the protein? Yeah, the size of the market, man. I think that's something that really needs to be factored in. And Hormozy, who we'll be with in a week,
Weeks, fuck.
talks about a chick that he knows that makes $1 million a year and has 6,000 followers, and made her first sale when she had 7 people on her email list. 7. She's just super niche, and her 6,000 followers all do the one thing that she does, and she makes $1 million a year. And he's like, that, like, people would look at that and say, they're like, oh, the video's not getting as much, but like, it's all
Who cares?
targeted to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. This is the person I need to speak to.
Yeah, and then you got to ask yourself, like, what's the point of the 1 million followers?
Vanity.
Sorry, 1 million views, not followers.
What's the point of it? In what
Yeah,
way?
like that video.
Just
Not trying to take away from your video,
I couldn't give a fuck. Take it.
but do you know what I mean? Like, apart from the fact that some people will go on your profile and say, "Fuck, 1 million views." Apart from that,
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't do anything.
doesn't do anything.
I probably ended up getting, just from that video, I think because it gives you the stats, it was like an extra 150 people follow you.
Yeah,
But how many of those 150 people that followed me because of that video are ever going to buy from me? Probably,
maybe if you're lucky, you'll get a couple.
if I'm lucky.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
Completely.
and then that's like, okay, cool, it's worth it.
But imagine now I've continued to put out content like that for the next year. Exactly like that. Funny shit, quirky shit. And then all of a sudden you grow, you have 1.2, 1.2, 1.5, 5 million, and so on and so forth. Then again, is that audience buy? Am I just going to the masses and getting lots of people to follow and like? Or are you genuinely getting the right people you want to sell to? Because I'm massive on that too. I'd rather 6,000 people that buy from me every single day and go to them and teach them and be with them than have 1 million followers.
Yeah, it's like two sides of the same coin, right?
But do you think Alex has people that follow him that aren't in business?
I asked someone about if they know who he is today, and they didn't know.
I've actually come across quite a few people who have no
they're
idea
like,
who he
"I have
is.
no idea
It's
who
like,
he is."
oh, what are you doing? I'm just seeing Alex Hormozy, and like, oh. And I expected them to know who he was.
I also said, "Do you know Grant Cardone?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Nah."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've had that
okay.
a couple of times too. Yeah. I think if you're not in that business world or space, I think you probably wouldn't.
Do you know Grant Cardone?
He's not in that business world or space. He's in the video space. Do you know Gary Vaynerchuk? Get fucked.
You don't know Gary Vaynerchuk?
I don't believe you. You're pulling my leg. Gary V. Oh, Gary V. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say. I was about to throw you out the podcast room.
Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gary. Hey, Gary.
Come
Episode
past.
1000. Someone tag him in this video. Say, George said episode 1000 of $1 Million Days. We'll get you on. It's attention. That's what it comes down to. It's attention and getting it. And I think it contributes to building your brand and what you're about and who you are and the type of people that you will or that you want to follow you.
How did we get onto this topic?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
I was listening to another podcast today, which I might send to you.
Send it.
Ty Lopez and Brad Lee.
Don't send it.
Oh, you don't want to? You don't like Ty Lopez?
Not a big fan.
Yeah.
You like him?
Oh, I don't know that much about him, but it was an interesting chat just listening to him. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done well in the personal brand space and the marketing space, and he was very early on running Google ads and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I mean, I like to learn from anyone that I can, especially if it's going to benefit me.
Yeah,
But he's
I'm not
he's
sure
huge
why I have a
still
negative
he's still huge on
connotation
building a
toward him.
personal brand. He says it's like such a massive thing to still be building a personal brand.
I think everyone's doing that now.
I think a lot of people are, yeah. But are they winning at it?
No, like claiming to be you should build a personal brand.
Yeah.
I think that happens heaps. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I have a negative outlook on him, but I do. I just feel like he may have been at some point scammy or something like that. I just feel like at some point he was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But was it good?
Oh, I haven't finished it, but it was just interesting to see how, like, even in this day and age, how important he thought personal brand was. In this day and age.
So what should the listeners...
Oh, I think everyone has to build. People buy from people. Do you know what I mean? People buy from people. So I think it's a disadvantage to you not to be building a personal brand in this day and age. Even, as I said, you don't need 1 million followers. But as long as someone can put a face to the name, as long as someone can see the type of person that you are, then they're more likely to do business with you.
If you had everything you wanted, would you still be building a personal brand?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. Yeah. I quite enjoy giving back, is what I've realized since getting into the consulting space. Yeah. I've enjoyed it. It doesn't feel like work. Do you know what I mean? I enjoy helping people and seeing them get the wins on the board. So I feel if I had everything that I wanted, assuming that comes with a huge level of success in multiple industries or in construction, in the consulting business, whatever it is, I feel that I would really like to give back and see others get the wins.
Yeah, but you can give back through charity.
But I'm saying give back with my knowledge, not with just my money.
Write a book.
I could, yeah, probably will. Probably will. Give you a signed
Yeah.
copy.
I can't wait.
I'll laminate it. Dear Robert.
I don't think I would.
What would you do? As in you'd stop your personal brand?
Yeah,
You probably, I think you would still do it. I just don't think you would do it as hard.
I definitely wouldn't do it. 100%.
You'd just be off the cuff of the earth.
Yeah,
No one would see you ever again.
yeah, probably. I would just go missing. If you saw me, you'd freak. You're like, what?
Who's that guy?
Honestly,
Interesting.
yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like, would I do everything I'm doing now if I had everything I wanted? No.
Oh, not everything. I thought we were talking specifically about that personal brand stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Oh,
like
okay.
everything in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not doing it out of a necessity. You're not doing it because it's good for business. You don't need it. Do you know what I mean? You're saying you've got everything you want. So you don't need the money. You don't need
I'd probably still do business though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, if it helps with your business, like GC doesn't need to be doing personal brand.
Yeah, but
Well, he's actually the reason. Like he's stopping his event stuff. This is his last one.
and
He's
we'll
not
be
doing
there.
it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, okay, do you know who Robert Iger is?
Or yeah, I probably will if you tell me who he is.
He's
What he does.
used to be the CEO of Disney.
Oh yes.
He doesn't have a personal brand. Well, he doesn't make content. He read a book after he retired, but he was known in that space because of what he did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he wasn't like, why can't you play? Like, that's how I see it. Like, I'd play that game without playing that game.
Yeah.
This is a. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, but there is a. It's a pathway to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always said though, I've never loved social media. Before I had a business, I didn't really use social media much. I was the type of guy that posted one photo every 6 months, if that. You know, I never really used it. And it's only since I've had a business that I've really built on that aspect of it.
And when you do, you start to look at, like when someone just posts, for example, like someone posts photos of themselves, and you're like, "That's your marketing strategy." Like, do you know what I mean? This is a marketing tool,
Yeah.
and you're like, "That's your strategy, just photos of yourself, like nothing else." Like, it's not a great strategy, but your perception on the platform completely changes. You don't look at it.
But people don't know. I think a lot of the reason they just do stuff like that is they don't know they probably have no clear direction.
Of course, I have no clear direction.
Yeah.
They're not sitting there like, "This is my marketing.
This is the
strategy.
purpose.
300 photos of me."
Yeah.
Nah, they're just like, "This is what I share on my
On my pages.
Space.
Yeah, on my space.
MySpace." Remember MySpace?
I've still got it.
Do you really? Is it still existent?
I
Do you-
think it does.
I might log in.
Yeah.
Dude,
How funny.
forgot
Imagine
my
if you could
password.
imagine if I could get your old surely it's still there. How
Just have a
interesting.
song on there when you
Yeah,
jump on.
yeah, and I couldn't even remember. Did you actually have one?
Of course, I had one.
Oh my goodness! You used to have to write code to put
Top
different
friend.
backgrounds.
Code?
And stuff. Yeah, you have to put different backgrounds in. You have to Google, how do I put this space
Was it
background
themes
some
or
shit.
whatever?
Yeah, the theme, but you had to put it in the comments section, and it was all funky
Is that how
shit.
it worked? I can't remember. I do remember that I had top friends.
Oh yeah,
And if my top friends were alive today, which they are, do you know what they'd do?
look, yes, I do know what they would do. But why don't you tell me?
I feel
because
like
they're
we're-
your friends.
I feel like we keep alluding back to the same thing in the same way. I reckon people are picking up on it.
You reckon?
I reckon.
I don't think.
You don't reckon?
I reckon they would if they were subscribed because they would hear every podcast. But if this is like we're just tuning in for the first time, or we're tuning in, oh, we saw this episode, we've got to catch up, then probably not. They probably wouldn't pick up what we're putting down right now. So what would your friends do? Your top friends from MySpace?
I'd love to see my MySpace. I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd be so pumped.
So I'd
Just
bring
to
it
say, I
back.
just want to see my photo. I wanna
I'd
see what
friend
I
request
did.
you.
What was my song? I had the gayest songs.
Did you? I'm
Very
upset. As long as it wasn't like Barbie Girl or something like that.
come on. Put some respect on my name.
Okay. It would have been Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, maybe.
Biggie duets.
The
Jazzy
Biggie
Fizzle.
duets.
Fizzle Fizzle.
Fizzle's a French word.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it French for subscribe to this podcast?
Touche.
And that's exactly what everyone should be doing if you are listening to this right now. Not because we want to bombard you with podcasts. We do.
We will.
But because it helps us grow the channel, it helps us engage with other people that may not be listening, and helps us give our positive message of business advice and lifestyle and everything to make your life better. And that's why we do this week in, week out. You know, we're going away for a few weeks. This podcast will continue to roll. That's commitment. My dad still asks me, he goes, you making money yet on the podcast? Like, why do you do it?
Why do you do it?
Because I'm trying to make
Build personal
try
brand.
to build personal brand. You know, there's times when this is a pain in the ass. Like at the moment, this is inconvenient.
Yeah, you're like,
You
there's
know what I
a
mean?
million
There's
seven.
my phone
Your
hasn't
phone has
stopped.
not stopped yet.
Has not stopped today.
There's a 470 things.
But these are the days which count. You know, you don't always have to love it. You don't always have to be super motivated to be doing shit like this. Sometimes you just got to do the push-ups.
And sometimes you just got to prioritize what matters.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're cool, we can't. I'm pretty sure I called you and said, hey, do we need to cancel?
Yeah,
You're at
you
the
did.
hospital.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we can't cancel.
No, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Gave my dad a bag of cement, said harden the fuck up. So you get to work tomorrow.
That actually happened. That actually.
It's the long play.
It's priorities.
You know? And we joke, but I dead set will reach out to Gary Vee and say, hey, 1,000 episode, 1,000 weeks straight, we've been doing this. Love to have you on the podcast.
1,000 is 20 years.
What the fuck's wrong with that?
That's I've only got like 2,000.
Is it? Fuck.
You're 60.
Is it 1,000 episodes?
That's
We're
yeah.
going to pump out some more every week. We're going to have to, Iggy, get ready. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to fucking Mongolia, mate. Tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to start pumping out 2-3 episode drops a week.
All right. Well, if we're going to do that, we better wrap this up because
We've got things to do.
there's places to be.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we really appreciate it and cannot wait to see you next time. And I hope you have.
I'm not finishing your sentences anymore.
Come on, dude. Just finish my sentences.
Nah. Not
Why don't Iggy, you do it?
finish my, what's that thing?
Sandwiches.
Yeah. That's the best.
Hope you have $1 million day, guys. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.